Pues qué mal que vivas en Tierra Real porque that's a bad place.
Recently, a friend of mine told me about a neighborhood on the south side of Santa Fe that's been doing community cleanups. But there's something different about this community.
The thing about Tierra Real is that they're different from the other mobile home parks in that the residents actually own their homes and the land underneath their homes.
That's Miguel Acosta from Earth Care, who's been working with neighborhoods on the south side, including Tierra Real.
Mobile home parks are considered private property owned by the corporations. So what happens inside the mobile home park is really up to the owners.
Unlike other forms of private property, like gated communities, the residents of Tierra Real are primarily Spanish-speaking immigrants who do not have the wealth that other private communities have.
Between 2012 and 2015, when the city was going through the annexation of lands, they had to qualify them as being in adequate condition so that the city could take them over.
With annexation came the promise of the maintenance of roads, parks, streetlights, and other normal things you'd find in a neighborhood. But that didn't happen with Tierra Real.
They had an HOA, and the HOA was supposed to work with the city to do the transfer of ownership, right? And for some reason, it never happened. And in the years since, the streets were not repaired. The lights went dim. There's potholes everywhere. Everything sort of just went by the wayside.
Over the years, city and county officials have interacted with the community, including Mayor Michael Garcia, who showed up at a gathering in April.
The community does, not the city. So it's my understanding that once you come off of Airport Road, this becomes private property. So all the infrastructure in here is all private. Each of all of you own the streets.
The city and the county both say we're private. We still don't know if we belong with the city or the county. We're still trying to figure that out.
Que por muchos años Tierra Real se abandonó, Tierra Real se vandalizó por muchos lugares. Nosotros queremos que ahora pues poder hacer una transformación y tener un Tierra Real mejor ahora.
As their neighborhood continued to deteriorate, residents here in Tierra Real were wondering why the city couldn't help them.
Regina Wheeler was a public works director back then. Her basic response to them was, well, once you get everything up to standards, then we can talk. But up to standards at this point, 15 years later, meant millions of dollars of investment.
They wanted to make sure that the streets were paved, lights were working, and all of that. And I said, if we had all of that, we wouldn't need the city. I mean, that's like common sense.
2 years ago, residents got organized to start cleaning up the neighborhood.
We got together as neighbors and started cleaning, and I got to know so many people. Like, we're all really good friends now.
They just took responsibility and ownership of the material conditions of their daily lives. At least we can clean up, at least we can pick up, at least we can keep things from getting worse.
The neighborhood doesn't just get together for cleanups. They have formal meetings where they elect officers, as well as opportunities to share their accomplishments.
The way I remember the streets before a neighborhood organized their cleaning session is the way that they were filled with trash. One day my mom said that Tierra Real was having a meeting, and after that I knew that Tierra was going to change. My mom has been attending these meetings, and I've gotten to meet many neighbors. Now I'm seeing a change.
La primera cosa que queremos aquí es que Tierra Real esté safe, que Tierra Real esté segura, de que la gente, tanto niños como niñas, jóvenes, adultos, podamos venir a caminar safe al parque aquí, podamos ir a los callejones y que esté todo safe. La primera de las cosas que queremos es que nos apoye el gobierno en la limpieza de este lugar.
The City Council recently approved a request for $800,000 in state capital outlay funding for Tierra Real.
This is a very poor community, and there is no way in hell that they will ever come up with the money to fix this problem. We don't have the money to fix it. The state legislature can help us with that, and once it's up to city code, then we can accept it as a street as part of the annexation process.
The residents, they call me right away, did we win? Did we win? Are we getting 800,000 next week? And said, no, it's not exactly how it works. The transfer hasn't been made. There's got to be some kind of MOU in place that by the time that funding actually materializes, that the city will have formally committed to taking over the streets and all that.
Even though they're still working to get investment from the city, Tierra Real has shown the real power of community organizing.
Pero lo bueno de eso que ahora tenemos hijos educados en buenas universidades y son los que nos han apoyado a nosotros seguir dándole, puchándole para obtener lo que nosotros queremos. Porque nuestros hijos han dicho, si nosotros pudimos, ustedes también pueden. Tierra Real no es una comunidad ya, Tierra Real es una familia.
On July 25th, the community will be holding a garage sale to benefit their association. We'll have more details about this in our description below.
You don't have to be a president to help people. You don't have to be a citizen to help people. You don't have to be rich to help people. If you have big heart, you're rich.